Hey, welcome everybody. Dr. Jason Dean, drjasondean.com, your source for health, freedom, and knowledge. I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to this Wednesday afternoon. And a couple things first before we dive in. Today, you're going to see a video put up on, it'll be, I don't know if it'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Rumble. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Substack. That should be up probably this afternoon, actually, which is kind of cool, along with this one probably later today or not. That video is going to be on the MVX Plus test. So I am putting out videos, segments of people, like I deal with hundreds of these all the time. So they are the blood test, the Metabolic Vulnerability Index test, or MVX Plus test, we call it, where we get blood work done. And we look for cardiac numbers, we look for liver markers, and I'm looking for parasitic and bacterial infection numbers as well as toxin numbers. So what we do is I'm going to put those up because this test blows us away on how well it shows what people are dealing with, okay? So people ask me all the time, how do I know you have parasites? I'm like, because you all have parasites, that's for sure. But also, I can tell by the blood work what you have as well. And here's a little key for you. For any of you out there who have not done the MVX test, right? Yeah, but they are curious about how would I know if I have parasites? Now, this is not a guaranteed marker, but it is one you can look for. If you look on your complete blood count, you will see a word called eosinophils, okay? Eosinophils. Many times, that is a marker for a little heightened parasitic behavior or activity in your blood. So check that out as well. Okay, that's really important. Now, also, I want to draw your guys' attention to something brand new. Now, the other day, I released my free workshop. It's a parasite workshop that you can get to and view anytime. So head on over if you want that. Go to parasiteprotocol.com. Parasiteprotocol.com, and I'm going to use I'll probably use a new domain or URL soon on that too. But for right now, if you want the free workshop, totally free. You don't have to buy the protocol if you don't want to, but if you want to learn more about these parasites, parasiteprotocol.com. Check that out. And brand new, breaking news. You guys have not heard about this yet, right? I'm going to put these links down below. This is live on Facebook, but it'll be in the others as well. If you want my brand new, literally just released, I think Monday, 2 days ago, just released. I haven't even done a video on this yet. Just released, I have created what's called a Parasite Bible, right? This is the document, the content, the information on parasites if you need, actually have the download. Simply go to parasitebible.com. That's right, just how it sounds, parasitebible.com, okay? Get that. Small little fee on that, but well worth everything. Parasitebible.com, just how it sounds, okay? So check that out. Now, we are 2 days from the full moon, May 1st. And I haven't looked at this, but apparently there's 2 full moons in May. I'll get those dates for you in a little bit, right? However, 2 days away from full moon. So are you battling stuff? This never fails. We always have people come in from probably the beginning of this week to going into next week. We will actually have people who are struggling, bloating, distended abdomen, brain fog, headaches, anxiety, nervousness, depression, worry. You name a symptom, unfortunately, this is what it's tied to, okay? So a couple days away from the full moon. Now, I wanted to go over this because somebody asked me this, and they said, what do you do for those cravings? Now, as you guys know, parasites, infections like to cause you know it. Cravings. What are you craving? Some people are craving some salt. Most people are craving sugar and carbohydrates. Now, sugar and carbs are technically the same thing, but there are sugar as in like processed refined sugar. When I say sugar, I'm talking about, cakes, cookies, muffins, candy, you name it, right? Those are the sugars, or even a lot of fruit. Some people will gorge themselves on fruit during the full moon or the new moon. Then there's the carbs, because most people will go, oh, Dr. Dean, I can stay away from the cakes, the candies, the cookies. I know to stay away from those. I don't need those. I don't eat those anymore. A lot of people will just tell me outright that they have beat that monster. They have defeated that battle, and they don't do the candy bars anymore. They don't do the cookies and the cakes, etc. However, there's the flip side. And the flip side is the carbohydrates or the complex carbs. Now, are complex carbs, can they technically be better and burned easier than processed sugar? 100%, but they're still sugar. This is, and let me know if you battle this. These are the breads, the pastas, the rice, and more. Now, I know some of you are having sourdough. It's a little different story. Or if you go to Italy and you have a bunch of pasta or bread, or France, I'm not talking about the good stuff. I'm talking about the stuff here in America that has thrown people off completely, okay? Carbs, the breads, pastas, rice. Rice is another one. If you are craving those, it could be middle of the day. It could be when you first wake up in the morning. It could be in the evening after, say, 7, 8 o'clock, you've eaten dinner, and then all of a sudden you get that craving. You get that craving and you just want the carbs, and you're drawn to the kitchen, and you're like, okay, just one more time. I guess it won't be a big deal. I guess I'll survive. I guess I'll be okay. Yes, they get you. They nail you, okay? So, I was asked, it's a full moon. 2 days away from a full moon. Dr. Dean, what do you eat? What do you consume? Somebody's been carnivore. Julie's been carnivore for 1 month to detox from sugar. Does that help flush parasites? It doesn't help flush them, but it helps make it easier when you do flush them. Dr. Dean, what do you and your family do? Are you completely immune to the cravings? Well, my cravings are not where they were. One, because I killed off a lot of parasites, and I actively work on my gut, which I'm going to bring more of that stuff to you guys in very soon, because we got a lot of good gut programs and protocols coming. However, let's say we do have a craving. This is what we've done, okay? Now, I'm also going to probably put together like a little document on this, right? So what do we do for those cravings? Well, if we do have them, we have some products that you could go to in the store that will help you survive the craving. So let's say you're like, oh my God, I don't have the willpower. It's so bad. I struggle. I don't know what to do, Dr. Dean. How do I handle this? I can't stay away from the kitchen. I know. I was there, right? We were there before. Okay, here's number one, right? And I'll just give you a couple now, and maybe I'll put together a list of them. Number one. Okay, Lily's chocolate, right? Now, not all of Lily's chocolate. So just because Dr. Dean said Lily's chocolate does not mean all of them, because not every one of their products is super clean or super great. So I love chocolate. Like, I'm a chocolate junkie. My wife loves chocolate. My daughter loves chocolate, right? There's a side story. When my daughter was super young, we actually went to Italy and we gave her some like chocolate, because we're like, oh, we're in Italy, right? Woof. She went, talk about like hyper. Anyway, Lily's chocolate, I prefer over 70% dark. They have some that are 35% that are milk chocolate. Stay away from milk chocolate, everybody. Because yes, dairy also has sugar in it, lactose, that will actually set your bacteria and parasites off. Okay, it'll mess your gut up. Lily's dark chocolate, they have a 50%. Now 50% is okay, but it's not 70. Okay, stay away from the 35%. Stay away from the milk chocolate. Do your best to go at least 50%, but if you can do it, and Lily's does a really good job with this, 70% does not taste like that bitter dark chocolate. Now, my wife and I will eat the sea salt and almond Lily's 70%, 70% dark, okay? Now, what do they flavor it with? Or what do they sweeten it with? Stevia extract. So much better. The last time I checked, and the numbers could change a little bit, last time I checked, half of a bar was, I think, around 18 grams of carbs. A full bar was around, I think, it's about 36, 38 grams of carbs. So, now here's the problem with that. And this is why I use this as one of them. Let's say you sit down and let's say you can stop at just a couple segments or a half a bar, right? Okay, great. You got your 18 grams of carbs in. Perfect. Good for you. You know, because I try to teach people to be under 50 grams of carbs per day if they possibly can, right? Now, it's not easy, but it's doable. So, what do? Now, let's say you sit down, you're watching a good movie, you got a good show on, you're just relaxing, you're hanging out, etc. And then next thing you know, boom, boom, piece after piece after piece, and you're like, oh my gosh, I only have a couple pieces left. I've eaten the whole bar. Not to panic. This is one of the reasons I love this product is, even if you eat the whole bar, and by the way, it's kind of like the bag of chips, which I'll get to in a second. I have been known to eat a whole bar. But here's the kicker, and this is why I picked this product. I eat a whole bar, I'm only in 38 grams of carbs. And I don't need much to quench that craving sometimes, right? So even if I had a whole bar in a day, I'm eating protein the rest of the time. And I typically only eat twice a day, right? And most of my food is either lean protein with a little bit with some fat, like butter, coconut oil, olive oil, etc. And then maybe some green vegetables. Like we are big Brussels sprouts fans, we are big asparagus fans. My wife and daughter love broccoli. I don't mind broccoli, but it doesn't do much for me. I don't mind the taste of it. It's not a taste problem. So some green vegetables. So that's it, right? So if I just have that half a bar, and this is not all the time, no big deal. Moving on. 36 grams of carbs, I burn that off in the morning. That's easy. So I get in 10,000 plus steps a day. So that's gone, that's burned. Most of you can do that, okay? So Lily's 70% or more dark chocolate, stevia-sweetened, stevia extract sweetened. And the ingredients in it aren't that bad. They're pretty good ingredients overall, so I think you'll be okay there. There's other companies out there as well. Some people may say, what about coconut sugar? What about all these? But it depends on what works for you. I'm better with stevia. That tends to work for me. Sometimes monk fruit's okay. Xylitol's okay. So work out what's best for you on that. And let me give you the second one. There's multiple, which I'll go into the rest of them as we go. But the second one that I'll leave you with is, let's say you like potato chips. Okay? Let's say you like potato chips. There is a great company out there. I think it's called Boulder. I'll give you two chips, actually. One's a chip, one's not a chip technically, but I'll give it to you. The first one is Boulder. Boulder makes, I believe it's tallow. Remember off the top of my head, tallow-fried. So you're getting quality fat, right? And then they have a barbecue one, which does not have any sugar in it. It's actually just spices, and it's actually delicious. My wife and daughter do pretty good with dairy. I don't always do great with dairy. So they'll do a cheddar, like a cheddar cheese one. It's actually really delicious. And then I just like some good old-fashioned sea salt. Sometimes vinegar, mostly just sea salt, right? And quite frankly, and these are not cheap, by the way. Like, it's completely insane what they charge for this stuff now. Like the Lily's chocolate, it's like $6 a bar, which is it's stupid, right? But I think everything is stupidly priced out there right now. Like, it's completely insane. It's out of control. The chips, I don't know, around $5. And quite frankly, like, because I will admit, I've eaten the bag of chips before. I think there's like 2 potatoes in there, right? 2 potatoes. Like, that's all there is in there. So again, I'm not saying eat the whole bag. But I'm saying if you get into a situation where you're just like boom, 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 you're eating one after another, you're only pounding, let's say, 50 grams of carbs, right? That is key, because most of you out there who are struggling with the carb and sugar train during full moons, most of you end up in 100, 200 grams of carbs, and you're spiking your insulin 150, 200 plus. I know, because I've tried it before, okay? I've absolutely tried it before. Herbs for Healing says, will you please post this talk to Facebook or your website? I will do my best to do that. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put a list together of these for you, so it's kind of like a main thing that people can reach for and grab, because obviously it's clearly something really big that people want. So we'll do that. So there's that one. And then the other one is Epic. If you know about the company Epic, they make the meat bars. So one of my favorites is the bison. They're really good. They also now make a pork rind. Now, depends upon your belief system if you eat pork or not. We eat bacon in the house. I don't really like pork in general, but I do love bacon. So we don't do a lot of pork. You won't see us eating pork, but we do. We will eat bacon. So pork rinds are another one. Now with the pork rinds, again, they have the barbecue flavoring, no sugar. They have sea salt and vinegar. They have a couple of different ones. Epic has a few different bags. So they're made in bacon. They're made in lard. There's 0 grams of carbs. Obviously, there's a good amount of fat in it. And quite frankly, there's not that much in a bag. So when I go to eat it, not that hard. I actually think, hold on. I think I do. Oh, I do. Hold on. I have a bag. I forgot. Here you go. This one is right here. So there, Epic pork rinds. So it says on the front, less than 1 gram total carbs per serving. It says there are 5 servings in a container. There's not 5 servings in a container. No one is eating 14 grams at a time. Yeah, so, sodium's high, but we need salt. I have never had a problem with the sodium in there. 0 sugar across the board. And ingredients are pork skins, pork fat, some Arabic gum or dried vinegar, sea salt, citric acid, and salt. Pretty clean product. Okay? So, if you guys like the salt with a little bit of carb feel in there, that's another go-to. So, those are a few of them. I'll put some more together because obviously over the years we've actually put quite a few together. And yeah, the way to win on this, the way to cut down the carbs, the way to go after these parasites and knock them out is you got to keep the carbs low because they love it, right? So arm yourself with defenses, because most people go to alcohol, really bad choice. Most people go to candies, cookies, cakes, etc. Bad choice. Most people go to carbs, which are the breads, pastas, rices, etc. Bad choice as well, because then they just make it worse, make the parasites worse, grow out of control, more bacteria, more fungus, more virus, more all the above, okay? And then you feel terrible, and then you feel like you lost and you failed, and you got to get back on the wagon, etc., etc., etc. So do the best you can, fight through this. We'll put together, I'll put together a document with all these on there, and I hope it helps. And again, go grab my Parasite Bible, right? Parasitebible.com. Literally, I'll put the comment down below the videos so you guys have that. And then you can get the free workshop at parasiteprotocol.com. So check those out, and they will help you battle these pesky parasites even better. We're 2 days away, everybody. 2 days away from the full moon. And then they just keep coming. So keep in mind, get on the train. Let's get these out of you. Do the best you possibly can, okay? We are going to detox, bind, and flush. How about that? Detox, bind, and flush, everybody. Have a great, wonderful day. Love, serve, and help the best you possibly can. I am Dr. Jason Dean. I'll take care. You take care. We'll see you soon. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.